Okay, let's talk about something I think we've all felt. You know, that moment you've got this absolutely brilliant idea crystallizing in your head, but then you open your mouth to explain it and it just falls apart. Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into exactly why that happens. And, more importantly, we're going to look at a really simple way to fix it.
Does this hit home? You know when you're alone with your thoughts, you feel like a genius, like you could solve anything. But the second you're in a meeting or in front of your team, you're suddenly stumbling over your words. The good news? It's not just you. And it turns out there's a really logical, almost mechanical reason for why this happens.
All right, first up, let's talk about that genius inside your head. We need to start in that private world where our ideas feel absolutely perfect.
Yeah, in there. Our thoughts are just flawless. They're sharp, they're insightful, maybe even a little poetic. You can see all the connections, the logic is airtight. It really feels like you're channeling your inner Einstein, right?
And then comes the moment of truth. You try to share that brilliant thought, and what actually comes out is just a pale shadow of it. All that clarity is gone, and it's replaced with ums and ahs, and that awful feeling of your brain just buffering. It's so frustrating.
So, why? What is the deal with this disconnect? Well, the core of the problem is actually surprisingly simple. It all comes down to a mismatch in speed.
Here is the absolute best way to think about it. Your brain, it's like a top-of-the-line fiber optic network. It is blazing fast, powerful, and complex. Your mouth, though, your mouth is like an old-school dial-up modem from the 90s. There's a serious hardware mismatch going on.
And let's actually put some numbers on this, because it's kind of mind-blowing. On average, your brain processes thought at a staggering 1,000 words per minute. Just think about that. That's an incredible amount of data flying around.
But what about our speaking speed? Well, we can only get out about 150 words per minute. That is a massive, massive difference. You're basically trying to blast a fire hose of information through a tiny little coffee straw.
And this creates what we call the speech bottleneck. All those brilliant, lightning-fast thoughts get piled up, creating this huge cognitive traffic jam, all trying to squeeze out of the very narrow exit of your mouth at the same time. No wonder it gets messy.
Okay, Section 3, Why Your Brain Jams. Let's get a little more granular here. What is actually happening inside our heads during that traffic jam that makes us just freeze up?
Well, think about it for a second. Speaking isn't just one simple task, is it? Every single time you talk, your brain is performing this incredible, high-stakes juggling act. You're trying to hold on to your core idea, you're scanning your mental dictionary for the perfect words, you're trying to put them together with proper grammar, and you're managing your body language and tone, all while trying to read the audience's reaction. That's like 5 or 6 balls in the air once. And the problem is, our working memory can only handle so much. When it gets overloaded, we start dropping those balls. And there's another layer to this whole problem. Our thoughts, they aren't nice, orderly, single-file lines. They're these rich, 3D webs of ideas and feelings and images, all connected. But speech is totally linear. It's one word after another, after another. It's 1D.
It's kind of like trying to explain a really vivid, chaotic dream you had. You can't capture the entire feeling and all the weird details, right? You have to flatten it, you have to simplify it, and you have to force it into these neat little boxes called sentences, and you're always inevitably going to lose some of that richness in the translation.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem. And it sounds kind of daunting, I know. But what's the solution? Well, it all starts with a very simple but really powerful shift in what your goal is. This right here is the key. Stop trying to be perfect. Your mission is not to deliver a flawless word-for-word transcript of your brain. Your new goal is to just be a good translator. Your job is to simply get the core of your idea from your head out into the world. So how do you become a good translator? How do you actually do this? Well, there is one super practical, super powerful technique that can be a total game changer for you. It's called the chunking method, and it's so simple. Instead of trying to say the whole complex thought all at once, you just break it down. Step 1, isolate one single piece of your idea. Step 2, translate just that one piece into a sentence or two. Step 3, and this is crucial, you pause. You just stop, let it land, and then you repeat with the next piece. Look, trying to pre-rehearse every single word in your head is like trying to learn how to swim on dry land. It just doesn't work. The real skill is learning to translate your thoughts in real time, one manageable piece at a time. So please,
Remember this. The problem isn't the quality of your ideas. You have a brilliant mind. This was never a personal failing. It's a technical challenge. You just needed the right instruction manual for how to get your brain and your mouth to finally work together.
So I'm going to leave you with this thought. Now that you understand the bottleneck and you have a tool to get around it, just ask yourself, what is that one great idea that's been stuck in your head that you are finally ready to share with the world?